Happy spooky season, everyone. Welcome to Nikki Loves Books. We got our spooky season OwlCrate box today, and so we're going to unbox it together. Let's get into it. So this is our Dressed for Death Halloween special edition box from OwlCrate, and I did get the book and goodies. So we got best of both worlds in this box, and I can't wait to see what we have. First item in our Dressed for Death OwlCrate box is this, and it says Coffin Jewelry Box. Share your macabre mementos in this enchanting velvet coffin jewelry box, drawing inspiration from Interview with the Vampire. This jewelry box features a quote from the novel accompanied by spellbinding foil designs, elegantly created by At the Bitter Season. And here is our beautiful coffin jewelry box. And it says, "Do you know what it means to be loved by death?" Such a beautiful quote. I love this design. And this jewelry box is so soft. I love it. And let's go ahead and look at that inside. It's fantastic. And I'm not going to lie, I already love this box simply for this item. I was interested in this box for the book, and then me being me was just like, well, maybe I'll get some cool like Halloween / gothic items. Did not disappoint. Next, we have this, which says "Rip, enter at your own risk." It is a limited edition enamel pin, which I did not ask for. I do not want, but we'll take a look. This pin actually makes me kind of laugh, and I'll probably keep it. DNF pin. Say goodbye to the books you did not finish with this DNF enamel pin. This enamel pin features art by @RadMadPins and celebrates letting go of the books haunting your DNF list. So it says DNF, gone and forgotten. Generally, I do not care for pins. I do not use them, but some of them that I like, I end up keeping. Don't ask me why. I don't know why either. And this one I'm definitely keeping simply because I'm like, I do kind of feel bad for the books that I DNF. And this is a nice little tribute to them, and I just love the gothic feels of this pin. Next up, we have this box that says Folk Horror Trinket Dish. And it says on the back, "Join the dark and indulge in your darkest desires with this folk horror trinket dish. This dish has been designed for storing witchy treasures from the times of yore, perfect for both deliciously decadent trinket and cursed jewels." And this is definitely dark and very pagan-y. And it says, "Wouldn't thou like to live deliciously?" Ceramic trinket dish. Embrace your wicked side with the ceramic trinket dish inspired by The Witch. Featuring a deliciously dark design, this trinket plate will keep your spooky spirit alive no matter the season. Totally can tell that this was inspired by The Witch, and I don't know how I feel about this. I like it. Not sure if I love this a lot to keep. I don't know. I'm gonna definitely have to think about it. So very curious about this item that comes in this beautiful, stunning box, and it says "Reading glove. She kissed me with a martyr's desperation, like I was the only sword she ever wanted to fall upon." And I'm just loving how gothic this box is. I'm hoping the item inside is as awesome as this box. And though I was kind of hoping that these would be cooler and more gothic, but they're just black and red gloves. Not saying that they're terrible, but I'm like definitely not as cool as that box. Like that box was so much cooler than the actual gloves. Fingerless reading gloves. Cozy up with a book and these fingerless reading gloves inspired by An Education in Malice. Featuring art by @Divine Literary. You'll fit right in at St. Perpetua's College. But they said featuring art. Like what art? It's just 2 red lines on black gloves. I don't understand what they're talking about featuring art. Like even the buttons, there's no artwork on them. It's just a button that says St. Perpetua's College. So I don't know what they're talking about featuring art. I wish there was art. So I will say I'm disappointed because that box made it seem like this is going to be a lot cooler looking, like a lot more luxurious and gothic looking. I'm not saying like red and black are not gothic, like those are definitely gothic colors, but I'm like, I was expecting something a little bit more sophisticated than just gloves that I could go buy at Old Navy or Hot Topic or something. So I'm like, they are black and red, which are my favorite colors. And I do like the fact that they're fingerless. So I'm like, there's a high likelihood that I might keep this, even though I was a little disappointed in this item. Our next item comes in this black box, and just from the shape of the box and how heavy it is, I'm going to assume this is a candle. Still assuming it's a candle. It's coming out of this velvet pouch that is tight. Okay, there we go. And yes, It says Shadowed Consort, apples and red mahogany teak wood. Shadowed Consort candle. Set the mood with this Shadowed Consort candle inspired by Forbidden Lovers. With label designed by At the Pros and Cons and made by Fiction Bath Co., this candle pairs perfectly with your favorite dark romance. And I love me some dark romance. I do enjoy typically Fiction Bath Co.'s products. However, I'm very picky with my smells, and teak wood historically has not always worked out for me. So don't know how I'm going to feel about the scent, so we're going to try it out. And definitely you can get that teak wood. Teak wood happens to be a very pungent smell a lot of the times, but I can also smell the apples, and that's what is kind of killing me about this is I'm like, I like the smell of the apples. Part of me likes it, like I can get that apples. It smells so good, but I also don't want to give myself a migraine from burning this just in case the teak wood ends up being too overpowering. So yes, this one's definitely up in the air, but I love candles normally. And I do like the fact that this one's a gray one. I think it's a really pretty color. Okay, and just having it out open, I can really just get those apples. So I think I might keep this and just hope for the best. Next up, we have this notebook / journal, which is all the autumn feels. Like, look at this. Just so autumny, so spooky. And it says the darkness took on a special feel because it was All Hallows Eve. And then on the back, anyone could see that the wind was a special wind this night. Love that. And then it has foiled red edges. And then the papers have images on them as well, and they are lined. Did I need another journal? No. Do I like this journal? Absolutely love it. I love just the autumn feels of this. Oh my gosh. So I'm definitely keeping this. So that's it for the items. We're going to get on to the book, but let me know what you think about these items in this box. So for me, I think overall this box was worth it. So I really, really, really love the jewelry box. Love it. Love that it's coffin shaped. It's great. I like the candle. It might not be my favorite scent, but I love the color of it. I love the apple smell. It's just the teak wood that I'm a little like, meh. While I'm not crazy about it, I even like the enamel pin, which is very unusual. Absolutely love the journal. So happy I got that. And the gloves are probably going to be useful, and the trinket dish, take it or leave it. So overall, this box was fantastic. I did buy it mostly for the book, but I'm not upset about spending the extra money for the overall box. So I'm happy. But let me know in the comments below your thoughts. Like, did you like these items? Do you not like these items? Where do you stand on this box? And don't forget to like this video if you want to see me do more unboxings. And for our books, we actually have a duology. So we have a complete series. It's Anna Dressed in Blood and then Girl of Nightmares. And these are by Kendare Blake. Obviously, I don't want to give away anything that happens in book 1, so we're not going to read the summary of book 2, but I will definitely give you the synopsis of book 1 just so you guys know what this is about. Just your average boy meets girl, girl kills people story. Cass Lowood has inherited an unusual vocation. He kills the dead. So did his father before him, until his gruesome murder by a ghost he sought to kill. Now armed with his father's mysterious and deadly athame, Cass travels the country with his kitchen witch mother and their spirit-sniffing cat. Together they follow legends and local lore, trying to keep up with the murderous dead, keeping pesky things like the future and friends at bay. When they arrive in a new town in search of a ghost the locals call Anna Dressed in Blood, Cass doesn't expect anything outside of the ordinary. Move, hunt, kill. What he finds instead is a girl entangled in curses and rage, a ghost like he's never faced before. She still wears the dress she wore on the day of her brutal murder in 1958, once white, but now stained red and dripping blood. Since her death, Anna has killed any and every person who has dared to step into the deserted Victorian house she used to call home. But she, for whatever reason, spares his life. So Anna Dressed in Blood was actually on my TBR well before this box got announced by OwlCrate, so I happily bought this box. And of course, our OwlCrate edition is special, so we have an exclusive cover. And that back quote says, "You make me want things that I can't have." Unfortunately, we only get sprayed edges, but it happens. We have a reverse dust jacket, a foiled hardcover case, Anna, My Strong, Terrifying Anna. Foiled end papers. It is, of course, signed by the author. We also have an author letter and bonus content inside. Our exclusive edition of Girl of Nightmares does, of course, have an exclusive cover. And it says, she crossed over death to call to me. I crossed through hell to find her. Again, with the red sprayed edges, which do fantastic things for this book. I do love the red edges on both of them. Our reversible dust jacket. Our foiled hardcover case. It says, sometimes hauntings are in your mind. It doesn't make them less real. And then we have foiled end papers as well. And it is signed by the author. For those of you who watch my channel, most of you could probably guess is why I wanted to read this book. And it's because there's a romance element. So yes, it is horror / gothic, which is not my normal. Like, I like gothic. I just don't really like horror and scary, which I'm hoping this isn't, because even The Haunting of Hill House gave me nightmares. I don't do well with scary and horror and gruesome and blood and all that jazz. But a gothic romance, probably sign me up. I'll probably do well with that. So that is why I'm interested in this. I don't know if I'll get a happy ending. There's probably a good likelihood that I won't, but that's okay. So obviously this is not my regular OwlCrate box. This is a Halloween special edition. So I'm most likely going to be putting the title in my TBR jar and just let myself randomly get to it at some point. Although this would be a really cool duology to read in October. So I don't know. So I have 3 books to catch up on, and my monthly book boxes for this month are gonna get here eventually. So that's why I'm kind of feeling like maybe I shouldn't add these into the rotation, because I might get more behind on my monthly book. I don't know. So I haven't decided, but most likely this will just be going into my TBR jar, and I will get to it when I pull out the title out of that jar. And that is it for our Dressed for Death Halloween special OwlCrate box. Thank you all so much for being here. Let me know in the comments below your thoughts on this box overall. Did you like the items, and how do you feel about the box? And don't forget to like this video if you want to see me do more unboxings, and subscribe to join me for more bookish fun. Thanks so much, everyone.